at all, them never could have want to take a part in a army. Man a war in a mini-leg army. See them a move with a message of coffee. Can't listen who them elect hardly. And them a play for them part in a party. Here say hardly, start try body. Beg your partner, P, mama stop. Solid who them last when I follow them. Organize and farm in a one again. 12 tribe in a civil with them one of them. Cover hill attack, walk far, don't know one of them. Ethiopia, the ark and the covenant. Queen McLean, that is start of the story. So much your hands up like this right now. Up, up, up. Well, I say I want. I don't believe in it. I pass. Greetings I bring again. I want. I don't believe in it. I pass. Greetings I bring again. I want. Oh. Well, I pass. Well, I want. Oh. I pass. So that's quick a break and I love the break. Now we're off the break, looking to make a break on the greatest take. And them flow sweet like greater cake. Sharp than a greater baker. Then I take a date and I make that a greater pace. Now I use razor blade, the great big face, the pray, the main lyrics, the pain, the train, the hesitate to make two. That was devastate you. Them said devastating. With more toss and them devastating. Leave them waiting like toast in a state big. Jail arm is a system, same thing. Play the same with thought of escaping. Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Well, I say I want. I don't believe in it. Greetings I bring again. I want. I don't believe in it. Greetings I bring again. I want. Oh. I pass through. Well, I want. Oh. I pass through.
You'll notice not every day is roses. It's not all strawberries and cream, right? I mean, you're gonna have pullbacks. You're going to have periods of time that, you know, you don't make money. And that's the part I think that Google doesn't tell you about. They want you to believe that traders win 240 days a year. If there's 240 trading days a year, you're gonna win 240 days a year, okay? That's not how it plays out. And you can see here, starting in January, the first few days of the year were good. And then what happened? Went sideways for like 2 weeks, then went a little higher, and then went sideways for 2 weeks. So when you think about that for a second, so the first, well, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the first 8 weeks of the year, half of that was just going sideways, wasn't it? Small move up, 2 weeks sideways. Decent move up, 2 weeks sideways. And then I went on a run. Right, from this point here all the way up to kind of the middle of the year, I went on a pretty substantial run. And then what happened? You have that pullback, that I don't want to call it reversion to mean, but somewhat reversion to mean. You pull back, chop, little double top, pull back, and then a monster run, a great streak, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 consecutive winning days, followed by a small losing day, then another 5, 6, 7 winning days. So think about that. So over a 30-day trading period, there was only about, 1 or 2 down days in there. That's a really good stretch. But what follows that really good stretch? A bit of a pullback. And then another monster stretch. And then what? A bit of a pullback. So what I'm trying to say is your equity curve should actually look like basically a stage 2 uptrend. That's the goal, okay? But how do we increase this equity curve? How on the left-hand side do we get this to say 600,000 instead of 60,000? More shares, right? More shares, guys. So it looks something like this, all right? I picked these 2 specific examples on purpose, okay? One of these, this is when I was using the Fusion trading platform, okay? I want to focus on the top one here, on EQIX right here, okay? And I want to focus on the bottom one, which is only one there anyway. Roughly, guys, roughly, both of these were roughly $1 gains, a little bit less than $1, right? This gain over here was, I don't know, 83 cents, so a little bit less than $1. This gain here was 97 cents. So 97-cent gain, 83-cent gain. But note, this one is $97.50 on the gain. This one was $4,000. Guys, what's the difference? If they made about the same in pennies, right? One made 83 cents, one made 97 cents. Why is this one making 40 times more money? Literally 40 times. That's 40x, 40 times more money. It's simple. We had 40 times more shares, right? I had 4,400 shares on this one, and I had 100 shares on this one, right? Total means round trip. So 100 in and 100 out is 200. 4,400 in and 4,400 on the exit. So the difference is share size. The difference is risk level. Okay, that's it. So when it comes to scaling, like I get a lot of emails from folks going, well, geez, Jared, how do I go from $10 risk, up to making 50 or 100 or $200,000 or $300,000 a year? It's called share sizing. And you take a look at it, and many of you have seen this chart before. I've used it in the past, but this is that same $4,000 P&L, and it's a perfect 3-bar play. This slide is actually right in professional trading strategies, but you look at it, wide range bar, narrow range bar, blast off. So what's the difference between making $100 on this versus making $4,000 on this? Well, let's do the math. If you wanted to make $100 on this trade and you were going to get out at 2 to 1, 3 to 1, whatever it is, you're not going to buy very many shares of this, right? So it's about a 12-cent stop loss. You might buy 100 shares of this for a $12 risk, because this ultimately was 8 to 1, right? This is an 8 to 1 trade. So 8 to 1 times 12 is about $100. So you would literally buy 100 shares of this right here, and you would be risking $12. So if it didn't work, you lose $12. If it does work in this case, you make 8 to 1 because this was a great trade and it kept going higher, versus risking $500. So the risk is 40 times different. But before I get into breakouts, why you need a trading plan. It's to help you control your emotions during the trading day, right? The objective trader versus the subjective trader. And I see it every day in the chat room. People just mention crazy stuff sometimes. Like, why do you like that? We talked about Tesla. Why would you want to buy Tesla at that point, right? Doesn't make any sense, okay? You need to develop robotic indifference here, okay? You need to prepare for all market conditions, and having a stop loss is the way you do that. So you build consistency through faith in your plan. If you don't follow your plan, you don't really believe in it. How will you do all that? Document your approach. Have a trade tracking spreadsheet. Have a trading journal, okay? That is how you will do all this. And if you can't, have somebody help you with it. Have somebody sit next to you with a taser gun or something. You laughing right now. I'm not kidding. So I went from scaling, right? We talked about scaling here, right? Which is easy to do. You just buy more shares when you're ready, when your statistics show that you're ready. And then you can go from $2,600 a month with a small account to, $11,000 or $12,000 a month, but you have a larger account. You risk more when you have more money to risk, but it's still only 1% or less for experienced traders. Now what I want to talk about, breakouts. Extended into resistance equals a pullback. Extended into support equals a bounce. Let's move on to the next slide so we're not here all day. Okay? Now, let's take a look at this one. Here's a daily chart on the left, 5-minute chart on the right. So we have a stock that pulled back to support, right? Bounced over here it bounced, over here it bounced, over here it bounced. I think there's a theme here. It's bouncing in the $61 area. Then the stock decides to go on a rip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in a row up. So we have a lot of traders thinking, sweet. Once it breaks this triple top, right? Top here, top here, top here, I'm going to buy it for a swing trade or buy it for an intraday trade, right? Why? It broke resistance. It's, quote, breaking out. Yes, people call these breakouts. Well, it is breaking out of a range. It doesn't mean that it's buyable, though. Let's take a look at another one, all right? Here's a stock that up here in the 395, 396 range, pivot, and then got hammered. Starts grinding back up and then gets back here. And what do we have? A little 3-bar consolidation. I think this is a 60-minute chart, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars up. And people want to buy this. It's extended into, I'm not denying that you could call this a breakout, but it's not a buyable breakout over this area. You need this stock to sit here and rest. Why? Because it just ran a marathon. If you just ran a marathon and you just got across the finish line and somebody pulls you aside and go, I know you just finished a marathon, but you get about a 30-second break. I need you to do it again. You're going to look at them cross-eyed and go, are you nuts? What are you smoking, man? Right? This is what people are doing. They're buying these things. Okay, let's look at another one. Here's another stock, guys. Again, holding support at the 37.60, dipped a little below that, but it's also getting smacked at 38.40. So pivot, pulls back, pivot, pulls back. You are up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. And what are people doing? Jared, look at this breakout. They're going, oh, it's breaking above 38.40. I want to get in this thing. Jared says drill down to a lower time frame. I'm drilling down. Here's the breakout. Here's the 5-minute chart, right? Consolidation right there. They buy it right there. Put their stop down here. It peekaboos up, fails. This right here, this is what makes people comment like this. You must never take the original breakout. That's where these comments come from. These comments happen because of people doing stupid things like this. This stock is clearly extended into a double top overhead supply resistance area. And you're going to buy that breakout? Pops up, pulls back, and stops you out. A little bit different, isn't it? A little bit different. So now we have a stock on a 60-minute chart, and notice it's a $90 stock, 91 in this case, and it's got about a $1.50 range right here. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. So we're looking at it and go, okay, when it finally gets above 92.50, I'm going to drill down and look for an entry. But here's the beauty. You have a choice. You have a choice. This could be a swing trade on a 60-minute chart, a 3 to 5 day hold. You buy at 92.50. You put your stop loss at $91. That's a $1.50 stop, and this is an overnight hold. This is a stock you would look to hold overnight for 3 to 5 days. $1.50 stop, you'd look for, anywhere from like a $3 to $5 move. Okay, cool. Or once it breaks 92.50, you can look for a lower time frame entry. So in this case, it gaps up on that day. You can see it here on the 15-minute chart, and it breaks 92.50 early. So no entry at 92.50 unless you took it on the 60 with a stop at 91. That's fine. That's fine. And then ultimately gives you a 3-bar play. Now, is there a little concern? A little bit, right? There's a concern that this stock has already moved just over $1, $1.20, and an average trading day for this is $1.50. Resistance, right? You're not buying it right here. But then what happens? What happens? The stock spends 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost a month. Like 18 days consolidating in this 950 range. Okay? That's a good breakout. That is okay to take this at like $9.60, put your stop at like $9.10, 50 cents stop loss, rip. Goes $1.50, give or take. 3 to 1. That's okay. This is not okay. Okay? Not okay. All right? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15-day consolidation. Now it's ready. You buy at 195, your stop's at 190.50, rip. Goes up to $210. It's a $15 move on less than a $5 up. It's 3 to 1. Could you have added right here? Yes, you could have. You could have added at 199 and raised your stop up to here, which would have been like what? 192.50, 880, and goes $1.70. Goes 8 to 1 on your money. 8 to 1 on your money. In fact, the SPY and Qs are looking to break out right here at 184. Okay? My point is be patient. Top-down approach, use the higher time frame, drill down a lower time frame, and wait. Most of you guys, unfortunately, are taking crappy breakouts. You're taking stocks that are way extended into certain areas, and you're just hoping they're going to break out. Facebook was having a hard time getting over this $199 to $200 area, wasn't it? Well, at 9:26, 4 minutes before, did I mention before the market opened? I said, wow, I really like Facebook over $200. Okay? Put it on StockTwits, put it in the chat room. 9:31, 1 minute into the day, 199.75, a 199.15, 60-cent stop. Why? Look at the consolidation. Look at the little shakeout. Look at this consolidation. It's beautiful. Look where it's happening. It's not extended. It has a shakeout bar. It's perfect. And the result is exactly what we wanted. 2-to-1 winner. Made $830 on this thing or whatever the heck it was. That's what it looked like on the 5-minute in the pre-market. And this is what it looked like on the 10-minute if you use the pre-market. But if you didn't use the pre-market, you never saw this, right? If you didn't use the pre-market, you never saw that. So yeah, pre-market charts are nice to have, right? There it is again. There's that pre-market chart, right? Okay. Drop, pivot, drop, pivot, drop. As it's a $1.50 drop on a 15-cent stop, it's a 10-to-1 on your money. 10-to-1 on your money. Pretty damn good, right? Quality, guys. Where it's happening. So what we don't want, to wrap this up, okay, to wrap this up, you don't want to be doing this. Trying to buy a breakout on the 5-minute after the daily is up 8 bars in a row, or buying the daily right here. You don't want to be doing that, okay? You want to be taking your time, being patient, okay? Not doing this stuff. 8 bars up, buy that breakout. No, be patient, okay? Patience looks like this. This is extended on the left. This is rested on the right. Same exact stock, same chart. Be patient.
What's on my drama? What you say? All reggae music fan, one more time, left to right. Yeah, and then we telling who knows, but who knows, who knows, who knows? Did I just go where the train wind blows? I'm sending love to my friends and foes, and I suppose that I'm to be chilling in the West Indies, and I provide all my wants and needs. I got this signal. Hey, when me see Jah, me see your way. Practically strive and hypocrisy, I say, hey. Well, every man to them on a philosophy. I live the proper way and then me read a chapter daily. In a city hungry and no eat. I put it down a country just a drop up and they treat them. You see, say poverty no real then. Is what the reasoning revealing. Said who knows, but who knows, who knows, who knows. Did I just go where the wind blows? I'm sending love to my friends and foes, and I suppose that I'm pleased and to be chilling in the West Indies. Provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. We need. When the rain beats up on the roof, herb that a steam pepper pot on the stew. Life is a dream if you got gratitude. So go tell the regime them can't stop where we do now. Information you think on your own, or else you're a slave to the things that you know. But what do you know if you learn every day? So be careful of things where you say. Said who knows, but who knows, who knows, who knows? Did I just go where the wind blows? I'm sending love to my friends and foes. What you say? That I'm to be chilling in the Hey. Yo, we're gonna make so much up sing this one by themselves. Your turn to sing along, and then we tell them who. Hey, hold on, same way. I have Chronics on the phone. He says you can do much better than that summer jam. I want you to sing so he can hear you in Jamaica right now. One more time. So then we tell him who. a Jah in our heart. Now it is of importance, say I and I gather. Now if you cannot show no a balance at your yard, how do you propose it to carry it abroad? Can I go to Ethiopia and you know what a plan? They building up. If you love the music coming out of Jamaica, Protege, Dennis Kabaka, Jesse, Jamaica, Lila, hands up. I know we tell them who. Said who knows, who knows, who knows. And I just go with the I'm sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose that I'm pleased and to be chilling in the West Indies. I just provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, hey, I mean said it's a protege, hey. Well, so much I'm what you say, hey. A reggae music we a play, hey. And yeah, we do this every day, hey. From Sunday to Saturday, hey. And from Selassie we no stray, hey. If you love reggae music, you have to love Jamaica. Hands up for Jamaica right now. They never could have loved you, J.A. like I love you. They never could have loved you, J.A. like I love you. You. I said it's a protege, hey. What's so much I'm what you say, hey. All reggae music fan, one more time, left to right, yeah. And then we telling who knows, but who knows, who knows, who knows. And I just go where the train wind blows. I'm sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose that I'm and to be chilling in the West Indies. I just provide all my wants and needs. I got this signal. Hey, when me see Jah, me see your way. Drastically strive and hypocrisy, I say, hey. Well, every man to them on a philosophy. I live the proper way and then me read a chapter daily. In a city hungry and no eat. A food they down a country just a drop off of the tree them. You see say poverty no real them. Is what the reason revealing. Said who knows, but who knows, who knows, who knows. And I just go with the I'm sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose that I'm pleased and to be chilling in the West Indies. I provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. We need. When the rain beats up on the roof, herb that a steam pepper pot on the stew. Life is a dream if you got gratitude. So go tell the regime them can't stop where we do now. Information you think on your own, or else you're a slave to the things that you know. But what do you know if you learn every day? So be careful of things where you say. Said who knows, but who knows, who knows, who knows. And I just go where the I'm sending love to my friends and foes. What you say? That I'm to be chilling in the way. Hey, yo, we're gonna make so much up sing this one by themselves. Your turn to sing along, and then we tell them who. Hey, hold on, same way. I have Chronix on the phone. He says you can do much better than that summer jam. I want you to sing so he can hear you in Jamaica right now. One more time. So then we tell you who.